Indeed. And greetings unto you, beloved and holy friend. Thank you for joining me again, sharing another moment, spending a little bit more time potentially in a preparation for our futures, preparation for the rest of our lives, preparation to do something interesting, show up creatively. I I want to talk about preparing, specifically this energy of getting stuck in preparation. You know how we all do prepare, right? And you can't hope to succeed at something if you're not willing to prepare. But it's interesting to me how, at least in my own life, I notice how I can get stuck in a loop of preparing, thinking about something over and over and over and over again, and not actually doing it, right? Not actually putting in the work that is expected of me to get what I'm supposed to be doing done, right? My gosh, just do it. Type of vibe. We did talk about discipline yesterday, so I feel this topic almost bleeds into that fractal a little bit. It's nice to have you here, Joy Vive. I see Duck Dad is here too, Shannon and Nana. A topic very near and dear to my heart: paralysis by analysis. Exactly, Duck Dad. It's a little bit concerning sometimes, and I notice it so much. I notice it so much in my own life, where we convince ourselves that we're doing something by thinking about it. All right? Like we'll think about it over and over and over and over again. And we can have some sort of self-righteousness about thinking about things. All right? Because thinking about things can be hard. Thinking about things can feel a little bit taxing sometimes. But purely thinking about things wouldn't do that much for us. There she is, Maxine. I was hoping you'd be here today. And look whose scarf I'm wearing. Thank you for sharing some space. Whew, that's all of us for now. I've said hi. Tell me what you've been preparing, friends. Maybe that's a thing to be talking about. I had a little bit of a sleepy day, slept in a little bit later than I usually do, did some drawing, did entries into my diary, and then cooked myself a nice meal. Spent some more time drawing. And now we're here. Something that I've been kind of stuck in with this whole preparation trip is this hope, this problem solving, I guess would be a better way to say, of what am I supposed to do, right? Am I gonna do what's right, right? Like, and I'm gonna try to do what's right, obviously, but am I doing what's right? Is what I'm doing valued, right? Like an entrepreneur is someone who finds some sort of service or product that improves the lives of others. And then by providing that service, that product improves the lives of others and then is compensated fairly for them. And I would like to consider myself an entrepreneur, but at the same time, I don't know if I'm as skilled as I need to be, right? Thinking about preparation, gaining skills in a way is preparation, right? So to complete the loop and to acknowledge that, yeah, I shouldn't get stuck in ceaselessly preparing instead of just doing things. But sometimes preparing is going to be a part of it, right? Not that I can escape it, if you will. My wife actually helped me snap out of a 3-hour session yesterday over analyzing a pepper plant quantity, quantity or quality. Did you count all of your pepper plants for 3 hours or something? It is nice having you. High caliber flesh vehicles. Wanted to sleep in, brain had other plans, running off 3 hours of sleep. Maxine, I feel you, friend. I really do. I've been thinking about this a lot, and I have absolutely no authority in saying this, but it's been burning my heart, seriously. Like, I've been thinking about it more than I can even communicate. But you know what? I'm not even gonna say it. No, it doesn't. It's not for me to say. But I think you know. I think you already know. I don't even have to say it. Maybe that's what I'm feeling. You know. All right. Preparing to not do things as well. That's also something that can be hard. Sometimes we have to prepare ourselves to stop doing something. I'm proud of myself for not smoking yesterday. I had that craving, right? That feeling of, now what? And then my brain was like, you could smoke weed. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that right now. Maybe on Sunday, after I've done all of the streams. Maybe we'll just spend some time in preparation by bringing ourselves some calm for the weekend. I'll just sleep in. I hope you don't have too much today to do. Quantity. I'm trying to determine in my limited space, the perfect quantity of each of the 25 varieties varieties I have to start in the next 10 days. 25 different varieties of pepper plants. Are they like pepper kernels or like bell peppers? I'm curious. Schwamp, skibble, skibab, fiddle flarp. I do agree, Gab. I do agree, dude. Skibbly, skip scalop, scoobop up, so much love. I've been staying indoors during this transformative time as much as possible, being gentle as much as I possibly can, but it's aggravating that I can't get as much done as I want. Tell us what you want to get done, Maxine. I feel like maybe there is a part of you that is, in a way, potentially stuck in that loop of preparation as well, then, right? Preparing to go and do things outside, but staying inside because of the weather, because of how you feel right now, because of a potential limitation in resources or tools for you to do the things that you want to be doing. What do you want to do, friend? Do let us know if you would be willing to. While I wait, I'll read us something worth saying. Whew, I do feel kind of tired. I feel like there's a calmness that I want to experience and stream today. Of course, we have something with the word cultivate in it. I feel it's almost directly for you, Duck Dad. Begin to cultivate the deliberate practice of recognizing that you are in a field of energy that is your perfect servant. What will you teach yourself and therefore make true for you? Begin to cultivate deliberate practice of recognizing that you are in a field of energy that is your perfect servant, right? All of this, right? There's energy that is tree. And if I want to go and climb that tree, I could do that in theory, right? Nothing is stopping me. Breathing, energy all around us, serving this body, the food we eat, the water we drink. And then finally, what is this moment for, right? Really ask that question. Again, thinking about our entire lives as preparation for this very moment. What is this moment for? What do I decree this moment to be? Am I decreeing that this moment is sucking? Life is horrible. Or am I decreeing that I'm happy to be alive? To be able to breathe, to have time to spend with friends. What do I most want to learn by teaching it? For to teach is to demonstrate, and to demonstrate is to express what you have decided will hold the greatest value for you. what holds the greatest value for you, right? What do you decree this moment to be? And then attaching it to this understanding that whatever you decree this moment to be is in some sort of way what you hold value in. And with negative energy, we can get so used to feeling in a certain negative way, uh being a victim even, right? Being a person that has experienced a certain fractal of existence, a certain fractal of other people's opinions, a certain fractal of how the world kind of interfaces with us. And then it can become the ceaseless decreeing of, oh, since I'm this victim, this is the way I am going to interface with this energy of the world, right? Over and over and over and over, decreeing it to be true, almost preparing yourself to suffer, right? To attach it to today's topic. Like we prepare ourselves to be disappointed, to suffer someone's, hatred or someone's disapproval of ourselves. And I do that sometimes, especially with my dad, right? Where like it's almost like I don't talk to him because I'm prepared to have him not agree with me. I'm prepared to be disapproved of. And I should stop doing that. I'll post in the Discord, but everything from the hottest pepper in the world down to a bell pepper. 132 super hot peppers, 290 hot peppers, and 260 hot peppers, and 260 sweet to mild. All started from seed. Duck Dad, dude, that sounds like some food, man. Thank you for doing that. Capsaicin in all its different levels. I'm still doing my spiritual mentorship and therapy, which both cause healing to break through on a massive level. But I didn't expect or know that this would happen. Been dealing with a new version of self, and it's exhausting. The old version of you has to die. Hey, friends, gaming future. I see you, friends. Sorry for missing you up until this moment. Mm. Right? A version of you have died, and you have to mourn that version of yourself. And it's not always easy. I feel it might be one of the hardest things we can ever be expected to do. Grow, right? To grow as a person. To grow as a person. It's so easy to assume that a lot has been made, that everything we've experienced up until this moment is going to inform everything we'll continue to experience. In my diary today, I wrote specifically about laziness, talking to myself about this discipline that I want to be applying into my life. And I say completely honestly to myself, I know I have been lazy my whole life. I didn't work hard in school. I didn't enjoy helping my dad with physical, labor intensive jobs. I didn't enjoy the jobs I worked. Not, I don't know if it was laziness. Maybe potentially. Right? I've had so many iterations, reminders of my laziness to the point where if someone asks me, are you lazy? I'd probably say yes, right? And that has become a self identification where if I want to be disciplined, it's so easy for me to just say, oh, I can't be disciplined because I'm lazy, right? And I acknowledge I have been lazy this whole time, but I am not limited by who I've been. I have potentially prepared my whole life as a lazy person to be disciplined, not to continue being lazy. And I feel it's the same thing for all of our growth processes. I love ski bopping with Meltmore. I love ski bopping with you too, Gabby Goo. Thank you, dude. I've been inspired by you, man. Like not smoking right now. It's making me feel clear, but it's also making me feel somber, right? Like every single time I get pretty sober, I remember why I don't sober. I'm like, all of this thinking, can it stop, please? And then I smoke weed, and then I'm like, soft. Squat out, squat out, squat out, and squat out, squat out, squat out. Oh goodness. I'm supposed to be, at least for this year. I feel this year is gonna be a intense one for the stuff that I want to do. I'm gonna have to discipline. So much disciplines. You are an excellent plantus, Doug Dad. Wobble, gobble, gobble, gobble. All dealing with my body rejecting foods that were okay before. Had to clear out my entire kitchen and rethink and purchase new food. Thank you, Gabi. I feel like it's equivalent of energetically crawling since January, hoping to be blooming with happy infectious energy again soon. My body is in battery saving mode. All gluten, dairy, certain spices, certain vegetables. Had to get driven to a clinic to get a blood test to see what allergies and sensitivities I have. I've switched to gluten/slash dairy free, but the fear of getting pain or nausea after the first few bites is real. My results won't arrive for a few weeks. I feel like I'm playing Russian roulette. It's interesting to me that you're dealing with some body stuff right now. 2 days ago, so today, and then yesterday, and then yesterday's morning and night, I took a drop of acid again, and I had that same feeling in myself. And this is already after having switched. Like I was fasting a little bit, and then having switched to keto, I could feel my body very viscerally communicating to me, "Hey, dude, I know you like sugar. I know. I believe you. I really do. But stop. You need to stop. Your skin doesn't approve." Like, and you know what the biggest thing is? It's my foot. It's my foot, right? Like every single time I eat sugar, my foot's in pain. And I don't know if I'm like my body is like manipulating me or something. Like it's hurting on purpose every time I eat sugar, or if it's actually some sort of inflammation that's happening. But I had this deep sense, like on a bodily level, like my body was communicating to me, "Hey, dude, no, like I cannot. I love you too much for you to continue doing this to yourself." So maybe if anything, it might be uncomfortable, Shan, Max, but see it as a self-love type of experiment, that you're not feeling the way that you're feeling because your body hates you, but quite the contrary. That your body loves you enough to want you to eat good foods, right? At least that's what I like to believe. Lolo, I see you, friends. Nice topic. We're talking about preparation and this ceaseless loop of preparation we can kind of get stuck in, not doing anything, just preparing over and over and over again, thinking about the thing we want to do over and over and over again, planning how we're going to do it over and over and over again. So much preparation. You're doing amazing, Beansy. What foods were rejected? Thank you for asking, Gabadee. I see. Laughing Tiger, my wife is going through similar things right now. It's not easy. I see that struggle and I'm thinking of you. So trippy, yo. Like, what are the odds that so many of us are going through food transformations right now? Our bodies being like, yeah, nah. Yeah, nah, nah. How about, nah. How about that stuff that we don't like eating? How about you stop eating it? Mm, that's nice. I'm not that sober, but I have found balance with the stuff I consume. This is a disciplined year for me too. I really want to make progress on my degree, and you will, Gab. This I decree. This is what you've decreed, right? You will make progress on your degree because that's what you want to do. I will be disciplined this year because that's what I've decreed to do. This moment I have decreed, and this moment can extend to the whole of 2023. I have decreed discipline. I will be disciplined. But only have so much time, and I want to make sure I'm devoting plenty of it to my wonderful doggies. Okay, Gob, that kind of like takes me into a whole different fractal, bro. Do you feel do you feel you're less present or less loving towards your dogs when you're high? Or when you've smoked weed? Because I feel the opposite sometimes, most times. Like I can really get into playing with Pippi when I've smoked some weed. It's almost like I can switch off the part of myself that's so critical. Is Richard here? Richard Ford. Another Richard. Thank you for saying hi, though, Shan. Mm, it absolutely is self love. The body is demanding a clear channel. This is what I get for following the spiritual path. No regrets, though. Yeah. Welcome. Almost started singing Bo Burnham's. Yeah. Welcome. Welcome to spirituality. Right? I feel like maybe that's why some people are adverse to it. Spirituality is the pursuit of what God is, right? And that God is inside of you, ultimately. And if we're all extensions of that, including this body, and the things we put inside of ourselves will influence what we feel, what we experience. And if the experience we're having is one of nausea, one of self-disgust, that's the thing for me. If I've really gorged myself, and you know what the worst part is? My mom bought a bunch of grapes, and I just have to be like, nah, not gonna eat them grapes. Because I can, eat 2 kilograms of it in a sitting, and then I feel self-disgusted. I'm like, bruh, what's wrong with you, oh? Why are you like this? why why can't you just eat 3 grapes? And just saying those words, it sounds ridiculous. I'm like, what do you mean eat 3 grapes? You can't eat 3 grapes. You have to eat a whole thing of grapes. Nah, dude. You can eat 3 grapes. I had no sugar whatsoever today. I had a little bit of kombucha that my sister made, which I think has some sugar in it, but the rest of my stuff was keto friendly. Yesterday, I had a single kiwi, which I was like, yeah, that was nice. I really like fruit. Uh, I know it's not about being high around my doggies. It's about being away from them for most of the day. I'm still a little bit confused. Do you feel the need to be away from them when you smoke weed or something? Or do you only smoke weed in certain places, right? Like when you're playing with your friends or something? Same LT. They have these gummy edibles out there that opened my crown and my third eye chakra. It makes me way more connected to Machi and whatever takes and whatever else I'm doing, I guess. So during my LSD experience a few nights ago, I came and sat outside to watch the sunrise, and I was spending some time drawing, and then the cats kind of like came close to me as well, and I could feel them holding space, and they were meowing at me and trying to get my attention, and I was just tripping out about this disturbance that is our kitties, kind of like trying to get my attention. Freaking sun. It's like, oh wait, oh, I see you. I cannot even remotely see the chat up there, but I can see it here at least. For as long as I've been dealing with these same food sensitivities, for me, I found that food changes through the seasons, along with the dry air that comes with winter. It has a lot to do with it. Like for the longest time, human beings were kind of, varying the foods that they chose to eat with the seasons, right? Because only certain foods were available in our spaces during certain times of year. And I feel we definitely have fallen a little bit out of touch with that ability to be synchronized with our world, to say it in so many words. Getting closer to our highest expression every day. It's gonna take time though, Lolo. It is gonna take time. Like we're preparing, right? Actively. And Gab, shares this as well. Like there is gonna be a time in the future where everything we're working towards right now is going to become manifest. All of the work we've done, all of the preparation is going to pay off. But we are preparing, and we can do so mindfully, kindly. Yeah, silly girl. Hello, you silly girl. Right, Gab? I hated working long hours with Machi being at home all by himself. I can definitely feel that. Like I was thinking about that with Pippi today. Like my family is gone. My brother left as well. My sister won uh hackies. I don't actually know what the sport is called. When there's like these little stacked things and then you run and you jump over them and you run and you jump over it again. I don't know what it's called. But she won first place in her division. So proud of her for that too. She went and did some sport and my brother went with her. And then of course it's just me at home. And then I wake up and Pippi is like so excited to see me. And I was like, yeah, you've for most part never experienced a day alone, have you? I mean, when I wasn't here, she definitely did, and I was feeling the same kind of vibes. You know, sad that I couldn't, give her all the love. Puppy, oh puppy, give me some space, puppy. Give me some space. Mm-hmm. We need to get that link to the USA anti-drug commercial from the 90s of the talking dog that tells a girl, "You don't play with me when you're high. Yeah, you're different when you're high. I don't like it. I don't like it." I think I've seen that one actually. The kiwi must have been a rush. I ate it first. And then I ate my keto meal. So I don't know if I was noticing it, but it was the first piece of sugar I've eaten after my fast as well. So I feel like it got viscerally absorbed. It was like my body. Kiwis are dangerously good. I've made the mistake of gorging myself and dealing with the acidity that cuts into my mouth after. Yeah, same with pineapples, right? I can eat the whole pineapple, skin and all. I love it. Kiwis as well. I also eat the kiwi skins. Apparently, most of the good stuff is in there. Mel, I just have time anxiety about all the time I have to spend working and in the classroom. It leaves me with little time to engage with my doggos and exercise them. I also have less time to smoke weed, which is fine with me because I'm less productive when high. You know, like something I've noticed, God, that I'm not necessarily less productive when I'm high. I I started smoking when I was 19, right? Properly started smoking when I was 19. And I started smoking alongside the fact that I was exercising. So I would smoke a joint or eat some edible oil and then I would go in gym. So now when I smoke, it kind of brings this energetic energy up in me where I would like to like do pull-ups or push-ups when I smoke. And if I help my mom with her baking and stuff, like I like to smoke before I have to go and do, in so many words, manual labor, because it makes me feel entrenched. Is that the word? Makes me feel present. Makes me be like there for it. I'm like, ah, yes, mixing things, putting it in pans, putting the stuff in bags. Like there's a very direct connection with my work in that. But it depends on what we think of as productivity, right? I guess that's the thing I'm trying to get at. Are you trying to prepare for something, Gab? Or is this productivity that you're talking about specifically skill based, right? Do you draw less? Do you play less music? Do you spend less time working on yourself or on the things that you know are important when you smoke? And the reason I'm, abstaining from smoking right now is in part because of productivity as well. So even though I'm very aware that I can be productive when smoking, it's almost like I'm dumb productive, if that makes sense. Like brute forcing productivity instead of like sitting down and doing some meaningful, valuable work, right? Writing or drawing or thinking, thinking, so much thinking. Oh, goodness. So much thinking over and over again. Indica makes me extremely unproductive. I try to only smoke it sparingly. Hybrids are my jam, and I keep a good mental balance in my experience. I feel every single one of us are affected differently by these things. I think that's the thing that's most interesting to me about the substances we use. Like I had some coffee again today, and coffee influences me exponentially differently than it does the rest of my family. Like all of my family members drink coffee late into the night. Like I've made them coffee at 11 o'clock, right? And they drink their coffee and they go to sleep an hour later. And I'm incapable of doing that. If I drink a coffee, I'm gonna be up for 4 to 6 hours. That's just how it is. Even if I drink it, like the coffee I just drank, close to 4 o'clock, I'm gonna have a little bit of a hard time getting to sleep around 9, right? Still in that 6 hour window. So that's just one of those things, right? Just coffee. Sugar is one of them as well. Psychedelics, definitely. Weed, absolutely. So the point I'm trying to make is do what's right for you and pay attention, right? Notice how you spend time in preparation of these things as well. Tiger, hybrids are my jam as well. I use a vape throughout the day. I would love to slow down, but it really is the only thing that brings patience and calm to the dad kiddo deserves me to be. Yeah, I understand that too. I really do. Right. And I think Joe Rogan had like a line on that as well, where he mentioned that smoking weed makes him a better parent. Not from the perspective of he enjoys spending time with his child more, but just from the perspective of being open to the way a child thinks. Hey, a tick decided to choose me. Now you're going to die. No mercy. I'm sorry. So I completely get that. I completely get that. And I noticed that in myself as well, Duck Dad. This ability to be softer, more compassionate. What's the exact words I'm looking for? To care more, right? I wonder why that is. Is it dopamine? Is it the self-love that we can feel in that space? That we don't feel so self-critical. And then because of that lack of self-critical nature, we're less critical of others as well, including our children. Again, as I said, if it works for you and then you're using the medicine for good, please do continue. I feel that. Duh, you eat the skin, Melty? I eat the skin. I've tried eating banana skins as well. Doesn't work. I've tried eating orange skins. It's just a little bit too much for me. But kiwis, mangoes, pineapples get eaten with the skin by me. What kind of monster eats a pineapple skin, lol? This is a video we need to see. I'll show you a video. Basically what I do is I cut the pineapple in half after cutting the top and the bottom off. And then I slice it kind of thin, like a quarter inch, maybe less than a quarter inch in size. So it's like a thin rind of the skin. And then I eat it skin and all. It's kind of nice actually. I used to be able to drink coffee and go to bed. Showing up for yoga helps me wake up without needing it. How about that? It was an addiction. I never thought I would be able to free myself of. Coffee very much is an addictive substance. The thing that I've allowed myself to do coffee with without kind of considering myself addicted to it is not doing it first thing in the day, Natalie. Right? I feel like that's something that, and scientifically, we also know that that's the less than ideal way to use coffee. Is if you're doing it, you wake up and you're still kind of like, confused. And then you're making yourself a coffee and you drink it to kind of like get out of that state of confusion. More often than not, that state of confusion is just dehydration. So drink a big glass of water first thing in the morning instead of coffee. And then if you really enjoy coffee, drink it at least 2 hours after you've already woken up. According to the data, that is the best way to do it. I was thinking today about how we have been exposed to more information than pretty much any other set of human beings that came before us, and how we know what we're supposed to do, right? Like we are wise individuals, but that doesn't necessarily make it any easier to do these things. If I don't get enough sleep at night, I have to have a 5 o'clock cup in the evening. Otherwise, I end up napping after dinner. Mm, Napping after dinner. Isn't that just sleep, Sam? Do you work at night? I'm confused. Have y'all seen the video where they roll the pineapple into being soft and pluck each out individual? I have seen that video. Apparently, or at least we've tried doing it, it doesn't work with the pineapples we have here. I need to supplement my routine with a better form of energy early in the day. I'm not an eat first thing in the morning person. The addiction made me a zombie that needed coffee to function. Right? Like these, and I'm not trying to be judgmental. Pippi is being cute off frame. But there are people that will give the statement of "Don't talk to me until I've had my coffee," right? And it's like this this trip of we don't want to tolerate things unless we're intoxicated. And technically, it is an intoxicant, a stimulant, technically, right? I don't want to have a conversation unless I'm a little bit more stimulated. And I'm not trying to be judgmental. And I notice that in myself as well sometimes. Maybe I'll stop drinking coffee for a while. No, I probably won't. Because right now I get my fat in with my coffee as well. 69 grams of butter got dropped in my coffee today. It was kind of absurd. Natalie, I think there's a mushroom for that. That's true. That is true. There are mushrooms. There is a chaga that grows locally, but I don't harvest it since it is over harvested right now. Thank you for letting it do its job, cast its spores into the world. Your boy needs 8 hours of sleep and he doesn't get it. Coffee won't help. Hmm. It can help, but it won't supplement the lack of sleep, right? And the bad things that comes along with not sleeping enough. Even if we haven't slept enough, maybe we can just take a moment to feel this moment. Breathe deep, release slowly. Remind yourself that you're going to be okay. That even though you might be tired, frustrated, in a state of ceaseless preparation, that you are here right now, that you've made it. And that you will continue from this place forward. That this very moment is, in fact, a preparation for the rest of your life. And by bringing some calm to ourselves, a moment of peace, we can decree what this moment shall be. Loving, free. I don't know if you can hear the birds today, but they really are pretty. Mushrooms are the easiest things to grow. Holla at your boy for assistance. Mushrooms are the easiest thing to grow. Duck Dad. I must depart to get Duckling ready for Daddy Kiddo's sport class. I have her chanting, I can beat any boy. Yeah, yeah. The future is female after all. Empower that little one. Mushrooms are the easiest things to grow. It's still stuck with me though. That's not the way I experienced it. Mushrooms are pretty hard to grow. Like they're not impossible. Right? If you follow the steps that are expected of you, you definitely can do it. But if we're gonna compare it to a marijuana plant, it's a few orders of magnitude more involved. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's not hard, but it is very involved sometimes. Have fun. Love you, Duck Dad. May today be whatever you want it to be. Today I decree shall be restful, calm and peaceful, loving and kind. Have a beautiful day. Hey, Shrumao, how are you doing, friend? How's life treating you right now? How's this space that you call your life feeling? How's this experience you call your own treating you? What have you been preparing for? That's what we're talking about today. Preparation. Getting stuck in preparation specifically, that we can over and over and over again prepare for something and never actually do it. I'm trying to notice why that is in my own mind. Part of me feels like it is a fear, that even if you prepare, you're not going to be able to do it the way you think you would want to, which is a little bit of a trip. And on the other side, I have to kind of think about something like DMT, right? Like you can make the decision to want to try DMT and then spend time trying to prepare yourself for it. But you won't be able to. You will literally spend your whole life preparing, and it will still not be enough when you actually go into it. Meow meow. Hey, some meow meow. Mmm. Some meow. What you meow? There you go, Joy Vive. Kitty's here for you too. Hey, meow meow meow. Where's meow? Mm. Mm. What was hard for you? Remember, I have 30 years of growing. Yeah, that probably does make a difference. I mean, it's not hard, but the level of sterilization, right, that you have to kind of go through, where like you can take a pot of soil and put a seed in it to grow a plant. You can't take a thing of dirt or technically manure and put some spores in it and then just expect it to grow you mushrooms. Like it's some intensive stuff. Like my mycelium, I use liquid culture to grow. My liquid culture is like in jars that have like seal ports, and I have to like use a syringe and then inject it into a spawn bag, and then I have to let those, or technically I use jars, and then I have to and those jars are sealed and pressure cooked. Like I literally put jars in a pressure cooker and then like completely sterilize my grains, and then I put liquid culture on that, and then it might like colonizes that jar, and then I take that jar and then I transfer it in like a sterilized environment to a grow medium, which is like a whole other trip. Like it's not in my mind it's not easy. At least that's what I thought. Maybe I just need some more practice, Doctor. Thank you for the encouragement. Doing well. We're happy to hear that, friend. I'm telling you, dude, mushrooms are easy. You're more powerful than me, dude. No way. Mary Jane, way more stepped and fiddly. Mushrooms are set and forget. That's, I guess, also true. After you've gone through all of the difficult parts, you just leave it, right? You're actually not supposed to touch it. That's the best way that you do it. With marijuana plants, like I prune my plants. So maybe easy in your word is the amount of work you have to do, where easy in my mind is the likelihood of you fucking up, right? I think that's the thing for me, where there are a lot more points with a mushroom grow that you can mess up and have all of your stuff fail versus a marijuana plant, there are a lot more steps that you have to take during the grow process to. There we go, live again. I wasn't successful at mushrooms, but I'm great at cactuses for some reason. Maybe that's the plant chemical that you needed to be with. As I can see. I'm preparing for a movie in with my soulmate and trying to integrate and dissolve some sakaras. I don't know what that means. Hey Google, what is some sakaras? Some suckers? Hey Google, what is samskaras? Like it doesn't even want to, I doesn't even understand the word. Samskaras. Hey Google, what is samskaras? Some Scottish sunrise. Nah, dude. Google is like, what are you doing? I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm preparing for a movie and I'm preparing for a birthday party for 8-year-olds. Joe, dude, bounce houses and trampolines, slip and slides, the whole shebang. Please help. I am I saw this hyper technological flying device, plane, spaceship that was flying into this whole new psychedelic alien world. I don't know if that helps, Joe, but I feel like that is in part what you're embracing right now, dude. Dark, damp spaces for shrooms. It's pretty basic. This is true. Sending you all the practice. They're subtle impressions which condition actions, parallel to the idea of karma in lots of ways. Samskaras. Subtle impressions which condition action. That is interesting. Shanna, thank you kindly. I adore them babies. But damn, they require a lot. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Kids, yo. Like I'm painfully aware that I'm not even close to ready. Not even close to ready. I still have to do a lot of growing. Ooh, developing the amount of patience I have. Preparing, right? I am preparing myself right now to be a good dad one day. Ooh, maybe that's the way I'm supposed to do it. Mm, mm. Joe, I don't know if you partake, but my advice is to get a little bit more high than you think you'll need to be. Just smokes a little bit of weed. And a kitty. Yes, kitty. Samskaras are like the alchemical version of karma, and they're not talking as not taking on the spiral pattern. Knotting up is how it's been described to me. Knotting up. Things that get stuck, I guess. My one child is a lot sometimes. I can't imagine having two. Imagine having 20 of them for a birthday party. And they scream, they lose their minds, and they fall down, and they compete, and they eat. Oh man. I do not envy you. But I love you, friend, and I send you so much strength. Like it's gonna happen to me too, dude. You're gonna be like, yeah, what now, Melt? My kid is like basically out of the house, and your turn to suffer. Sam definitely. It's looking like a two-joint microcode kind of Saturday. There is going to be Nerf gun wars and water gun fights, cake and candy, and crazy little humans. Crazy little humans. 2 joints and a microdose should do it. Get yourself alchemically prepared for this experience. Nerf gun war. I'm grabbing mine. I'm on my way, Joe. I just imagine Shan with this absurdly massive Nerf gun. He's like, yeah, sign me up. Just sign me up. I'm ready for this. He's a kitty. He's a kitty. Your boy is lurking while twerking. I I appreciate you, Turkey lurking, dude. I'm thinking about Joy V right now as well. Can you not put your mucus on my box, please? She does that thing where she like, I don't know why they do it. Like they pull like, the side of their mouth against something. I'm gonna pull a card all the way from here. Sam, I need to get a good close range Nerf gun to use at home. Does anyone have suggestions? Hey Google, what is a close range home Nerf gun? Best Nerf guns to buy in 2023. Yeah, there's a Gelfire Mythic. That one's pretty sick. 800 round capacity. That's a lot of Nerfs. This one looks more like a handheld gun. The Elite 2.0 Commander RD6. Hey, Nerf, how about you send me some of that sponsor money? Or if you want like something that looks like a rifle, you can get like the Fortnite AR Lite Elite, excuse me, Nerf gun, or the Nerf Ultra Select, or the Nerf Ultra Pharaoh. There's a Nerf Minecraft Pillager crossbow. If you're into that sort of thing. The Nerf Fortnite TS1, of course. The N Strike Elite Retaliator. These names. The Super. Oh, wait, there's a one that has water. How about that? This Nerf gun has a 1.1 liter tank of water, so you can Nerf people and water gun them. How about that? I don't know if you knew that those existed, Duck Dad, but no, Joe Schmo. But it seems there's. I'm actually kind of surprised. Or you can get the Nerf Hyper Match 100. It shoots the little Nerf balls instead of the little sticks. Or you can get yourself like a pistol revolver-ish Nerf N-Strike Elite Strong Arm. Yeah, that sounds pretty sick. Or if you want like a small single shot, like just for the jokes, like, hey, shut up. Psh. You can get yourself the Elite Jolt. Or you can get yourself the Bazooka Nerf gun, which shoots like a massive Nerf. The modulus demolisher 2-in-1. It has a grenade launcher Nerf gun. Like I'm tripping out that so many of these exist right now. What the hell? We live in a cool world. Durk and Lurk and Sam, dude. I need to get a good close range Nerf gun at home. I really do have. Could send you 9 different guns that are literally painful when the darts hit you. Damn. I don't want to hurt them. I just wanted to start yelling, God, these kids are crazy. A crossbow Nerf gun. I don't even know that's a thing. It's a Minecraft crossbow Nerf gun. You can't stop yelling at God. That's how you play it. My body as a child was literally caffeine. No self-control or noise level awareness. I'll be praying for you, jumping. Thank you. 555 showing. Thank you for tuning me in the synchronicity as well, Max. I sit near the water hose just in case they come at me at a rush. Oh man. Then everyone gets blasted and I get to hide. Perfect plan, Joe. You'll be fine. I believe in you. Let's finish pulling this card. This one. This specific one is the one. Yes. Yes. It's super far away. Such a small little card. I wish I could employ Pippi to be like, hey Pippi, you want to go and show our friends the card? I wish I could put it on the screen, right? Eventually I'll have the technological capability to do that as well. To just be like here, like cut a little box out here and then paste this card right here. So now I'll use my body. We pulled card 22, the Andean Shaman, of course. Look at that spiral energy coming down from above, being transmuted, being sent out as waves. He's holding a shell that he can blow on to make sounds. He's inviting you with his hand, being like, come closer. Look at my kind smile, my third eye being completely illuminated. Card 22, the welcome card. Orange, Joe, you got it, dude. Very much an orange card. And blue in the middle as well. Excuse my murkiness, been quietly sending you lovin's and enjoying your presence. Joe, you know, that you never have to apologize to us. We love you, even if you're lurking, always and forever. Thank you for joining me. I love you, Jovan. There we go, Joe. Thank you for sending that love as well. Joe and Joe. Okay. Ooh. Let's see what this card means. You want to hear too? Huh, Pepe? It's card number 22. The Andean Shaman. A welcome and a vessel. The Andean Shaman expresses the essence of welcome. He greets you in salutations and extending a hand and heart energy, inviting you to embrace the joy of feeling truly welcomed. He is a vessel of spirit, consciously able to receive soul energy and move it through his being, transmitting it into the world. The step geometry refers to the Andean symbol called the chacana, which is indicative of spirit moving through the lives of the people. Similar symbols are used in various cultures around the world. This card invites you to receive this welcome with a smile and an open heart. Feel how this open-hearted energy lifts your spirit and brings comfort to your being. It may be that you could use a dose of acceptance and the approval of a genuine welcome. This card might also indicate your readiness to become a vessel of spirit in order to welcome in the energies required for your sacred work. See yourself openly receiving and transmitting these messages. Trust the relationship you have with spirit and the ease with which you become a vessel when you recognize that union. Open your heart, laugh out loud, and welcome the strength of your true essence as a vessel of light. Your true essence as a vessel of light. Hot damn! Nice. I've been implementing 22s in my Photoshop files during the stream. Of course you have. You helped manifest the 22 in the space, and in that case, Jovan. I'm not even remotely surprised, but I'm happy about that. Thank you for sending all of the love. I'm feeling this one for you, Maxine. Literally becoming vessels of light right now, friends. And when we become vessels of light, on a literal level, darkness has to melt away. And that is not always the most comfortable experience. Our bodies, our minds, our spirits have been literally purging all of the nonsense that is back home. It's Papa. It's Papa Pepe. And you go say hi to him. Thank you for the card, Mel. Thank you for your presence, Lolo. Dry! I'm just about tuning out. It's nice to have you. The antediluvian shaman still speak. I don't know what that means, Joe. But I appreciate you saying it nonetheless. The antediluvian shaman still speak. Maybe there's antediluvian shamans somewhere in the world that are still communicating their messages. I don't know. Agreed, Chan. We're doing well. You're preparing. Hallo pa! Welkom terug. Lekker dankie, ek's nou klaar. Ek kom praat nou. Thank you, friends, for joining me, for sharing a moment in preparation for the lives we will continue to lead. Lives of love, lives of caring for one another, lives of deep appreciation of this experience we call our own. Right where you are, practice where you're going. We're going towards the future, a beautiful future, a loving future, a caring future, an understanding future, a future of abundance, where we have standards, right? That we will not accept anything less than love. I love you. Thank you for joining me. Love you, Joe Beazle, babe. There we go. Gobbledygoo sending the good vibes too. Have the best day, everyone. I love you all so super, hugely, massively, ginormously, dearly. Melt and all of you stunning friends. Now you, Papa Melt, big love. I'll be sure to send it to him too. Joe, thank you. Thank you, everyone, for joining me. I'll see you again soon. Goodbye, everyone.